Developers of the controversial transmission line in Maryland appeared before the Public Service Commission today. That's the state agency that will end up approving the 70-mile line or not. The commissioners grilled developers with questions about their quick timeline to get this project done. Fox 45's Jessica Babb joins us live right now to break down what happened at that hearing. Jessica.
So the developers of this transmission line are trying to get it up and running by June of 2027. It's a fast turnaround that's been criticized by many, especially since the state approval process in cases like this can take quite a bit of time. But today, attorneys representing Public Service Enterprise Group, the developers in this case, went before the Public Service Commission and are asking them to set a timeline for this project moving forward as it goes through the state approval process, a request that was met with frustration.
Welcome to the Maryland Public Service Commission's hearing.
With the Maryland Public Service Commission and loads of attorneys logging on to this virtual meeting.
This case is of significant importance to Maryland and to the regional transmission grid in order to prevent serious and widespread forecasted reliability violations that are projected in June of 2027.
Attorneys for the developers of the 67-mile transmission line, Public Service Enterprise Group, asked the commissioners to set a schedule for filings, hearings, and deadlines to get information so the case can start working its way through the state approval process, a process that usually takes time.
That would allow us to have a final order on this case by March of 2026.
But PSEG's request comes at a time when other state agencies involved in the approval process, like the Power Plant Research Program, say PSEG's application is incomplete.
Field level surveys are required for CPCN in Maryland.
While attorneys for PSEG argue the field surveys aren't required to complete their application.
Despite months of efforts, quite frankly, to obtain access to the landowner's property that is the subject of our route, we have been denied most of that access.
PSEG has sued a fraction of the landowners living along the route in court, trying to get access to their property to do those surveys. But a federal judge has yet to rule. And even if a judge does rule in their favor, it wouldn't grant them access to all of the properties along the route.
Where we do not even know if the company will be able to obtain that information.
Something attorneys representing landowners, counties, and other stakeholders were quick to point out.
It's clear that the field level data is foundational. Any urgency that's associated with this project is self-created.
Their ability to meet that deadline, I think, should have been questioned from the very beginning.
To argue that the in-service date should drive this proceeding necessarily means, by implication, that this project is needed and that if it doesn't go into service on time, then grid reliability will be compromised. That's the core issue in this case. That's the issue before the commission.
With commissioners probing PSEG, the urgency for this proposed transmission line was a point of contention.
It took a full year from the time that you received approval from the PJM board before you filed with us.
It did.
And while PSEG argues it took them time to file with the state because they were developing a route.
My understanding is that PJM has never authorized a greenfield project of this length, and you're suggesting that we have 9 months from today. We haven't even set a procedural schedule, and you're suggesting that that's going to be sufficient time for us to engage in this robust consideration.
I can say that this is driven by the very severe and widespread violations that are projected to occur in 2027.
Now, Mr. Kern, I understand that that's what you said, but there didn't seem to be a lot of urgency through 2024.
And again, the Public Service Commission has not yet made a decision in this case, but they're set to issue an order soon. Live in Baltimore, Jessica Babb, Fox 45 News.
Hi, I'm Vincent Hill. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Follow Fox Baltimore on social media for more videos just like this.